Hope everyone is having a good morning today. It is. I think it's a beautiful day. It is a very beautiful day today, and I'm thankful for it. And in spite of all the craziness going on in life, I can look outside and you see the blue sky and the clouds, and the sun is just shining brightly on like the trees, and it really shows you the love and beauty of God. Yes, there's this craziness going around, there's the sickness happening, but I can still look out and I know my God is here. And I can look at the beauty of this world and know that God is real and He's working. And so I wanted to share something with you. It's a little bit different. We in the next video we will go back into Romans, but for today I wanted to share Psalms 139 with you. It says, O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my down sitting and mine uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Thou compasseth my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Lord, thou knowest it altogether. For thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high. I cannot attain unto it. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. And if I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me, yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day, and the darkness and the light are both alike to thee. For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. My substance was not hid from thee, when I was made in secret and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect, and in thy book all my members were written, which in countenance were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them. How precious also are thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me therefore, ye bloody men. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. I was thinking about this morning and how it just seems like this world is, we're very unsure, we're very fearful, we're very scared. And there's reason for that. I don't want to make it sound like if you're scared, there's no reason for that. There's a legitimate reason for that, and these fears and these worries are legitimate. But I think they're heightened by the enemy. And I'm reading in verse 139, it says, O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. God knows you. He knows what you've been going through. He knows what you've been fighting. He knows your heart. He knows the innermost part of you. And if you decide to serve Him, He will know what's happening in your heart. And if you decide to turn away from Him, He'll know what's in your heart. If everything goes crazy and we lose the society that we know, God is still there, and He still knows us, and He still be there. And if the world goes back to the way it was before all of this virus, then God will still be the same. And he hasn't changed. And in spite of all of this, no matter what, I know he's reaching for us. And I know he's striving for us. And he's trying to get a hold of me. Even when I was in the midst of sin, even when I was even a thought in my dad's eye, before I was a thought in my mom's mind, he knew me. I take comfort in that God knows me, that he knew what I would be facing, that he knew the trials that I'd be going through, and he knows what you're going to be going through. He knows exactly what you're going to be facing each and every day. And there's something that should be a consolation, that should be a thing that uplifts you, because that means your God knows that you're going to be fine, and he is going to be there for you, and he's prepared you, and he has made it possible that you can make it through all of this mess and still maintain your faith in him. It's not that that things will be easy. It's not that things won't be hard sometimes, and it's not that things won't seem unfair, but it is that God is faithful and he will be there for you. I take joy in this. I take hope when I read this chapter, because it reminds me that God is good. And I love how the psalmist he writes this chapter, and he says, "Look, Lord, you are good, and no matter what I do, you're still good. And no matter what I do, you still are sovereign, and you're still powerful. No matter what I choose to do, you're still the God of all things." And he follows that up and says, "Lord, I hate the bloody man too." And you have to understand what he means by that. He's saying, you hate unrighteousness, I hate unrighteousness. I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying that my desires are like your desires. I recognize your sovereignty, and I want to be like you, Jesus. Or I want to be like you, God. And he follows it up in verse 23. He says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." There's still that part he puts in there. He's like, I have to hate sin too, and I hate sin like you do, God, but please work in me still. Make me a better man. You know me. You know what I'm going to be facing today. You know what I'm going to be battling today. You know what choices I'm going to make. And you know what choices I have the option of making. And so, Lord, please, with you knowing all that, search me and get anything that's wicked out of me. Get anything that is sinful out of me, so I can be right with you and make the choices that you want me to make. Psalm 139 is a beautiful psalm. It speaks on being right with God. It speaks on the omniscient God, or the all-knowing God. And one of the things that I never realized until recently was that omniscience isn't just knowing what will happen or what has happened, but it's knowing what could have happened. Knowing we act like God is this person who knows what you're going to do, and it raises some interesting philosophical questions, but at the same time, you have to understand he gives us all a choice, and he gives us choices each and every day to serve him or not. And he knows what will happen if we choose to serve him, and he knows what will happen if we don't choose to serve him. And so he still gives us that option. And what that speaks to me is that God is merciful, that even knowing that we have the option not to choose him, he still gives us the option to make that choice. And I derive hope from that, because that means my God cares enough about my decision. I know this has probably been a little bit more rabbled than it normally is. I really just wanted to make a short video and share it with you guys and just talk to you straight. No editing on the video and stuff like that. Hence the reason the dog is barking in the background. I wanted to get something out for you fairly quickly this morning. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. We'll continue in Romans chapter number 9. If you ever need anything, if you ever need prayer, if you ever need just to talk, please don't hesitate to call me, especially during this time. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.